Parents are uninformed on today's resources. Become a student of the game. Get on the internet. Get on your kid's Facebook page. Get on all of it. You should be the CIA of your children. You should be watching everything they do. You have to. You've got to know what terminology they're using. You've got to get online and research it. We don't do that though, do we? We don't use a great tool like the internet to help us with our children, to learn different techniques and everything else. What do we use the internet for? I can tell you without failure. We can't remember who played in a movie, so we search the cast of a movie. We can't remember the recipe for cheese toast, so we search that. And the number one thing we use it for is we'll self-diagnose ourselves. We will go in there and type in our symptoms and go, oh, that's it. That's what I got. I knew it. I've only got 3 days left to live. That's what we use the greatest tool around. Start researching what your children are involved in. Start researching the terminology, all the different social media and everything else that's out there. We have to become informed on it. We don't keep a check. How many of you keep a check on your kids? How many of you have ever dropped your kids off at somebody's house or they went over to somebody's house and then you showed up there hours later to check on them? I did. I like to hear parents say, I don't let them know, but I drive by to make sure they're there. I don't. I knock on the door. Hey, are they here? Oh, yeah, they're here. Well, let me see them for a minute. Because the next time, I may not get to drive by, but they're going to think I'm going to come by. We've got to check up on them. Like I said earlier, we used to have to worry about bullying on the bus and in the playground. Today, we've got to worry about it everywhere. We've got to be in constant check of our kids. We've got to know where they are. We've got to keep check on Facebook. We've got to know where they are in person and online. We've got to take those extra steps. Listen, parenting is a 365-day-a-year job, 24 hours a day. It's probably at times the most thankless job in the world until you see the success your kids get to. And then you know you did it right. Our concerns today that we have to keep focused on passwords. 30 years ago, we didn't have to worry about passwords. Today, we got to worry about it. I had a parent tell me, my child won't give me the password to her computer. I can't go in and check up on her. What should I do? Take it? I'm a little bit off the reservation, so let me tell you. My suggestion was, did you pay for the computer? She said, yes. I said, is it a laptop? She said, yes. I said, take it out in the garage, put it behind the tire of your car and back over it and crush it. You won't need the password anymore, neither will they. Now, I realize that's a little bit hardcore, but there should never be a time where the tail is wagging the dog. We need to control the kid. We need to make sure that if they don't give us the password, we take it from them. Same thing with if they're not driving properly, we take their car keys. We take their toys if they're not behaving, all of these other things. And we all know there's different levels of discipline as kids mature and get older. We use different forms. But discipline is still discipline. We got to worry about drugs today. We have to worry about drugs 30 and 40 years ago. Yeah. In fact, let's not forget, alcohol's a drug. Let's not forget that. So, yeah, we had to worry about drugs back then, but we didn't have to worry about it the volume we have to today. We have kids today that are inhaling hairspray or whatever they're doing. We have to worry about a whole different dynamic. But the only way we know what to worry about is if we educate ourselves, if we become that student of that game. So we have to make sure we're doing that. Sexting. Didn't have to worry about that back then, did we? We do now. And you have to stay on top of it. Bullying on Facebook. There are children today that are committing suicide because they're being bullied so much. Well, I promise you that as a parent, if you're monitoring your child's Facebook page, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Because as soon as it happens, 56,000 children reported being victims of bullying last year. Of those, 55% said that they never told their parents or their teacher or anybody else, any other adult. We have to find that. We have to get where we know it, where we can help them. That's what we're supposed to do as parents. But if we're not monitoring their Facebook page and doing all these other things, we're not going to know. If your child has a Facebook page, you should be a friend on it. And if they won't accept you as a friend, they don't need a Facebook page because they're hiding something or they're embarrassed that you're on their Facebook page. They need to get past that. There's certain things that you have to accept if you want to do certain things.